Transformers, Hearts of Steel, Megatron and Bumblebee. I think I'm gonna leave the unboxing to the end. Let's start with Bumblebee. I do think the Hearts of Steel designs look pretty good. All the steampunk gribbling like the gears here on the legs, the riveting all around the body, the muted colors. I really think this metallic yellow looks good on him. It really brings out that steampunk aesthetic that the Hearts of Steel timeline goes for. My only real gripe with him, other than the hollow back, is his head. I think he looks a little bit too cute for this like heavy armor aesthetic with the big shoulder pads and all this chunkiness that he has. But overall, I think it is a pretty good toy. He has a little blaster pistol, looks cute, and also follows the steampunk design aesthetic with gribblings, pipings and stuff like that, and a hammer that is a little bit short. If we compare to something like Legacy Animated Prime's X, it could extend maybe, I don't know, I think it is a little bit short. The articulation is pretty standard compared to what we get nowadays. He has a ball joint at the head, hinges in the shoulder pauldrons so you can move the arm around freely, a little bicep swivel, elbows, nothing at the wrist, which is pretty annoying considering they've been putting ball joints at wrists so they can swivel and go in, like for the transformation. A waist swivel here. The legs can go out, back, forward, swivel at the thigh, tight knee bend, and a little bit of a pivot in the foot. You can kinda use these transformation joints to get more range out of the foot, but they are for transformation. For some bot mode comparisons, starting with G1 Bumblebee, this is a bootleg. Another third-party Bumblebee that I don't really remember the name, and the amazing Legacy Animated Bumblebee. I explained the head in my 3D printing video if you guys are interested. So the transformation is at the same time interesting and floppy. You just move some stuff and some stuff like dangles. The head sometimes doesn't go in. Start, fold in the fists, bring the arms back, and put them in the torso. I think one of the reasons the head sometimes doesn't want to go in is because these arms are not really set inside the torso like they should be. Doing that, you kind of stop with the arms and let the legs dangle a little bit. That's the detail of the transformation that I don't really like, but I don't know how they could have done it otherwise. Okay, now we bring the shoulder pads to the front. Sorry for the cut mid-transformation, but I made a mistake, so we are back to this point. The head just closed in. Before doing the legs, I like to close these sides of the train and do the arms. So this hole will tab like in this little tab below the screw on both sides. They don't really plug in, they kind of sit on that tab, but better to have it than not to have it. Now we do the legs. Pull up the feet, up and in. This one, and No, it's right. Plug them together and pull them up. Plug everything in. Almost done. Now just twist the wheels around, and in here, like where that pin is, it will plug into this hole. Other way around, the metal pin, this plastic pin, you know. Sorry for the confusion. And plug it in on both sides. I did my best to align everything, but these wheels are kind of bent out. As you can see, like I plug it in, it kind of wants to not stay put. It's something that I'm gonna try to fix with a hairdryer, like heat this bar up and push the wheels in. But apart from that, pretty good. He has weapon storage for his hammer. Goes in the front of the train under here. And what? And the pistol goes here on the back. I think the instructions tell you to do it like this, but to hold this panel in place, I like to put the barrel of the gun to the back of the train. Like this. And there we go, in his locomotive mode. Again, it does have all the steampunk gribbling and detailing. The colors still look good. The two steam chimneys here look pretty cute. They really resemble Bumblebee's horns, and they kind of look like bunny ears for me. I think it's a neat detail. I don't really know how to feel about the little B written on the sides of the locomotive, because I did a little bit of research, and if I'm not mistaken, this is not really Bumblebee in comic canon. This is Centurion in the comics, and if I remember correctly, he really hates being compared to B. So it feels a bit weird for the guy that hates Bumblebee to have Bumblebee written on the side. At the same time, I understand it is a toy and it really looks like Bumblebee. It's being sold as Bumblebee. For some comparisons on vehicle mode, I have here a bootleg G1 Bumblebee, another bootleg Bumblebee, I think his name is Hornet, I don't really remember, and Legacy animated Bumblebee. Now for Megatron, he again have a lot of steampunk gribbling, riveting all around, but for being a bad guy, he has more spikes. I ended up really liking this design. I think he looks a little bit too heroic, like he's a bit leaner, he has a little bit of a leaner build, and I don't know, he looks like a hero in a way, not a crazy maniacal Decepticon leader. But again, he has the darker color skin, only broken up by a little bit of red on the sides of the torso that are very necessary. And that does bring his evilness out, let's say it like that. These big wheels here do look menacing. As I said, they are spiked, but they can be a little bit of a hassle when posing and transforming him. Another thing that I don't really like about this toy is the cannon. It's not on the side of the arm as it should be. I do understand that the concept art is like that as well, but it's something that kind of bothers me about this design. It isn't really the end of the world though, because you can do this. And even can peg into here with a little bit of force. There we go. And the other side. As you guys know, I sometimes like to make my toys left-handed. His articulation is pretty much the same. Ball joint at the head, the wheels can move out of the way so you can have more movement. The arm goes a full 360. He has double elbows. Nothing at the hands again, which is a little bit annoying. A waist swivel. The legs can go out, but the hips kinda get in the way there. They can go back, forward, swivel as well. Knee, and a little bit of a pivot. His pivot is a little bit inhibited. To compare Megatron, I only have the tiny Doctor Wu one, but we can see that the red details kind of translate in the Hearts of Steel one as well. To transform Megatron, he can be transformed with the Canon on for someone that really despises parts forming. I don't really like it. I'm probably going to glue this in, but never using super glue. I want it to be removable in the future if I change my mind. So, then we go to the head. It's very simple. Pull it back, twist it in, and close the panel. To the hands now, bring them out, open this panel, and the half circles on his arms go all the way to the back. All the way to the back, please. There we go. Bring out these little guns or spikes. It's a bit sad. Not sad. It would be cool to use them in robot mode, but they are not accessible. The hands occupy too much space in there, like it doesn't close. Now we twist the arms 180, go to the back of the figure. I like to bring the wheels up so they won't get in the way in these steps. Fold the arm up so like this groove here. This groove attaches to this peg. There we go. We need to use the double elbows to get here. And this tab will sit on the inside of the arm there, like so. Finally, this tab to this groove, and one side is done. The other side, you do pretty much the same thing. Fold the arm up, the tab there. Here, the only difference is now you have this little panel here that needs to plug in. Wheels back to place. Now for the legs, fold the feet, turn it 180, peg them together, fold them up, and this hole goes to this peg. To those tabs, maybe it's a better way. And almost done. Just need his his cannon. There we go. After folding up Megatron, he comes into this cute tank mode. It looks very cohesive, I think. Perspective end really convinced me that Megatron should be a cannon and not a tank. I really think the tank modes look a bit generic and doesn't really represent the dictatorship of Megatron. The only problem with this out mode is that this part here, where it's the shoulders and the head, it's a bit bland, a bit too flat. I don't know if there would be some more gribbling, maybe some gears down here that would make this look less plain. But overall, he does look good. The red pops out a little bit. He still looks menacing. And pretty evil. For Megatron, I have my only other Megatron, which is the little Dr. Wu. Menace King, I think it was his name. They look cute, because I do like the gun mode of Megatron. I'm already looking for some upgrade kits for these guys, either 3D printed options or sometimes those eBay, AliExpress stuff, because I would like to have tracks for the Bumblebee, and I don't know, maybe someone can make them even better. The box here is pretty cool, like everything is, not everything, there's a lot of things embossed, I think this is called. Like they are raised, you know, like the Transformers logo, both Bumblebee and Megatron here. The sides, all the, how can I call this? Steampunk detailing is also raised on the back. Same stuff, the more than meets the eye seal is also raised. So, cut the tape and lift the sleeve. Oh, of course they are still attached. To which side? Okay. So they open like a book from here, I think. Okay, there we go. There's like a little latch drawing here, but no real latch. I got this from eBay, was a bit annoying to get it to my country, but they arrived eventually. And they look pretty cool. Let's take Bumblebee out here. I am in a little bit of a dilemma because I don't usually keep the boxes, but this box looks so cool. Okay, Bumblebee here in the packaging. It's awesome. The hammer just slides out. Why the frick? I like this Bumblebee design. I know nothing about the Hearts of Steel continuity. Okay, but the designs are pretty cool, at least these two. Like the Prime and there we go. And what's the other guy? Starscream. I like them, but not enough to spend all the money to get them here. But these guys, like Bumblebee, I like. Megatron, I have like one Megatron, and it isn't even official. It's the Dr. Wu, as you saw in the other video, if you saw the other video. Jesus Christ, Mags. And I really like the tank design. And for me, for real, this is like the good box to get. I really prefer Bumblebee and Megatron than Starscream and Prime. I don't really think the red and blue train works that well, and Starscream design, I don't really like it as well. Instructions, let me take Bumblebee back here. Instructions. Other side. Awesome. My room is starting to be a mess. Okay. Let's get the Canon part of this Megatron. I don't know if I said this already, but another thing that interested me in this Megatron is that he is not a tank. Not that I disliked tank. Not that I dislike the tank, but I really think the Canon is a good alternative other than the tank, other than being a gun. And Perspective End really sold me in the idea of Canon Megatron. Not like Canon in like Star Wars Canon, you know, but in Canon, you understand. What? What is holding mags in? Oh, there's like little arm thingy. That what? Ah. All right. Oh, clean most of it later. Clean most of it now, finish later. I think Mags looks cool. Little red details on the side.